Alright, boys. So, today I want to talk about how in black pill spaces it is common to refer to Chad as having superior genetics. And in this video, I want us to stop thinking or saying this. The world beats up the average man enough already, and we don't need to be spreading lies about them. Firstly, women are dysgenic, not eugenic. Women are picking the dregs of society. I could be here for hours going over all the examples that we have received from the internet, from experiments on dating apps, from women themselves. I just looking at data we could even just do, and it would prove that women are picking the worst of the worst men ever in human history, as far as I'm aware. The drug dealers, the serial killers, the thieves, and the child abusers. Women are selecting men with society, or not selecting men with society building traits. Women are not filtering for men that have good personalities. In fact, those things seem detrimental to women. Functioning things, women hate that. That's their kryptonite. We all say women, responsibility for a woman is kryptonite. Yes, that's true. Yes, women don't want responsibility, right? They don't want accountability. They don't want actual skills. They just want sexy looking dick. That's it. That's all they want. That's all they desire. That's all they value. They don't value the same things that men value, which is a functioning society. Since women have had freedom to decide who they breed with, they have only made society worse off. If they were ever after so-called superior males, society would become superior. Instead, we've been decaying long since before I was born. Only if we abide by the definition of women's sex drive would we agree that these men are superior. By all metrics, Chad is inferior to the average man. Women are, at best, purely selecting on aesthetics, and aesthetic genetics are not superior genetics. Chad is not superior to you. Chad is actually just like a woman. He gets by on his looks and fails upward. Take Jeremy Meeks, and I could list tons of examples, but I'm way too lazy for that shit, so we're not going to do that. And this would be such a long video because it could go on for hours and hours. But good old Jeremy Meeks nearly murders a kid, and because we live in a morally bankrupt society, we allow him to become a fashion icon. God damn. Jeez. Sorry about that. Jesus Christ. Society bends over for these kinds of men all the time. And society wouldn't be like this if the average male was heralded, as he should be, I think. Chad isn't improving the world in any way, shape, or form. He leaves a trail of single mothers behind him at best. But you talk to a low-tier Becky and the National Guard gets called, please. Chad wouldn't survive in a natural world. These are men who cheat in a system that bends over for them. They take steroids, they grift on YouTube, and they will do anything but admit to the reality that they only have their looks, just like women. The real owners of this world are not beautiful. Most CEOs are ugly goblins. These goblins don't rely on Chad to keep society running, they rely on you. You are the backbone of society. When we see articles like men no longer working, that's you they are talking about. The only real part of society that is superior is the working class. After all, without the working class, nothing would work. Stop giving women undue credit. Women are tasteless toys for Chad. That's it. That's all they ever will be, and that's all they ever were. Stop giving Chad compliments. They are the same as women coasting on their good looks at the cost of a soul. I'll leave it there, boys.